Hello, I'm Dwayne Berlin. I've been a member of OMG since spring of this year, in February of 2014, and really enjoying everything. And I'm making this video today because just a few days ago, September 14th, this webinar that came out was very interesting to me, and it made me go through every one of my blogs for my PBN, and I checked everything. Actually, I've got 100% index rate, and nothing's been de-indexed on my sites at all. And I thought because of that, I would make a video showing what I've done. It could probably be helpful, especially for some new members, because I'm going to go over some things that are specifically related to doing this on a budget. You definitely want to watch this Webby here, September 14th. It's in Greg Morrison's, wait a minute. It's Mike Long, I'm sorry, it's Mike Long's page, my mistake. This is on Mike Long's page. You click through to his Webby September-October replays, and that's where this is, September 14th. So anyway, this is something you definitely want to watch. And then this video here is specifically about PBN safety. And the reason I'm doing it is because I found that I've got 100% of my PBNs are still kicking, still working, and some of them have even gained domain authority, which is fantastic. So I'm going to show you a couple things first of all before I get into it. I've been using Register Compass for quite a while. I typically buy the quarter, $97 for 3 months. You can go with the $37 a month if you want. It's actually the best tool in my mind. But I got another tool here if you don't have that kind of money at the moment. PR PowerShot. It's not a very good tool because it takes so much time to find something. But I'll walk you through my method. It's only 27 bucks, and I think it's a lifetime membership. You can do it online or you can do it with a desktop application. I actually prefer the online version, and this is something you can easily get once you buy the system. I've tried the desktop and it just, I don't know, just gets in my way. So what I've done here with PR PowerShot is the settings for this particular search. I clicked on extensions.com, .net, .org, .ca. You could, I suppose .us is fine as well. There might be some others here that are okay. I typically don't go with .info. Some people have said they're usually typically spammy. So those are enough. Page ranks, I just left that the way it was. All of them are ticked. I like to have it at least 2 years older. This one seems pretty accurate as far as the finding the age is concerned. So I clicked it on 2 years, older than 2 years. The funny thing about Register Compass is when you get into Register Compass, I found that their aging discovery tool, whatever it is, doesn't work that well. But this one does seem to work quite well. So that's a plus for PR PowerShot. Now what I've done here is I've chosen domain name length no limit, backlinks, show backlinks only, because if it doesn't have backlinks, what's the point, right? Auctions ending doesn't matter, but I've clicked on buy now, which is the only thing that I'm interested in for this particular search, because when you find something interesting, you can buy it immediately. You don't have to bid on it. You just buy it and it's done. It's yours. Filter by price. I found that 20 bucks works. Just check that and put 20. And then you're buying stuff that's 20 bucks and cheaper. And don't forget, when you buy a domain, you have to add on another $15 or $20 because it's a renewal. I believe that's not the case with expired domains, but these are probably not expired because yeah, they are actually as an auction end time, but they are available to buy now. So there will be an extra charge of, we'll see in a few minutes. I'll go through that later. Click on go and then you get your results. I found here that I've clicked on to sort. I clicked on backlinks, so from highest down, and the funny thing is this one right here happened to be quite good. So the second one, Live Mythically, kind of sucked, and I haven't gone any further because once I find one, I'm usually good with that for a while. You can come back and do this every once a week or something if you want, if you really have a low budget and you're building it slowly. So let's go a little further now. That was my sorting process, and I did find one. Lots of backlinks, blah, blah, blah. I checked in GoDaddy. I put there's a domain name. And here it is right here. Make sure that's correct because this one down here is a .com. Of course, that's 250 bucks, so you don't want to buy that one. But this one's available. It says buy now, $15. All right, so I can get it right now. So I would just check on that, and we'll come back to that in a few minutes. Actually, you know what? I'm going to continue to review so I can hold it. So there it is right there. All right. Oh yeah, so it's only $17.25. Look at that. I thought there'd be extra charges on it. That's decent. So I can proceed to checkout. I got my information in here. Preferred payment method, it's my credit card. Looks good, everything looks good. Let's see here. You know what? I actually have a membership to buy them at a discount. So I'll come back to that later. But let's go through some of the other things that I look at. So the domain again, whois.com is a good one. I like this one because it's pretty accurate. It's very consistent, and it's easy to find the information. You just drop it in there, look up who is. And so what we have here is, what I'm looking for is creation date, 2011. So that means it's 3 years old. Everything else I'm really not that concerned about. Another thing that's mentioned in the video here for the September 14th Webby was look at the Wayback Machine. Now this one here, it's got the black lines all the way from 2011 when it was registered, right up till now, and on 2014 it had already been deleted or something, or it didn't show up well, so I won't go there. We'll go through. You want to go through some of these and go through a few of them. What you'll find is that you want to find something that looks interesting, something that's not spammy. So we're just waiting for that to show up. And this one looks really easy. It's like maybe one of the reasons it got sent through to this buy now section instead of going into auction is because it's in French. And typically I wouldn't buy a French domain typically, but everything looks okay on this. So I'm okay with using that. Because when I checked the backlinks, I went to Open Site Explorer. On the research tool, Open Site Explorer, that brings me into here. And I found out the page authority is 33, the domain authority is 22. It's not the greatest, but it's okay. 22 is okay, I can work with that. I'd like it to be higher, but it's got some backlinks, 95 root, 219 total links. When we go into PR PowerShot, you get a chance, where is it here? You get a chance to use... here, when you click on the backlinks link right there, it goes to Majestic SEO. And it'll show you 1 or 2 times on the free account what the backlinks are, and you can play with a little bit. But once you click on a couple things, it forces you to get a free account to see more, which is fine. And sometimes with the free account, you can see a number of things. So actually, let's click on that and go through and see it. If I log in, I believe I can log in, and where is it here? Right there. I might be able to see more once I'm logged into my free account. I haven't paid for this one yet, but I like using Moz.com, Hrefs, and Majestic SEO. So here we'll go to Site Explorer. So drop the domain in there. Now here it says presently 77,000 backlinks. Isn't that interesting? Over here at PR PowerShot it says 44,966 right here. On here it says 77,000. It's dropped from 188. So that's interesting. Referring domain 75, referring IP 71, subnet 70. Trust flow 0, that's not that good. Citation flow is not too bad, 29. If you scroll down a bit, you can see here, this is one of the things I like to look at. The anchor text, 26% is the name of the website, which is okay. That's branding the website. And here's a plural of that. Qzx911, I think is how you pronounce it. Singular, and then plural. And then here we've got a raw URL at 4.24%. Another URL, I don't know why that's a backlink, or anchor text, I mean. But there's nothing in here, like there's no drugs, there's no porn, there's nothing horrible in here like that. All of these anchor text terms are all interesting terms that are, they're innocuous as far as I'm concerned. So that this looks good, and that's a big part of what we're looking for, is so that we don't want to buy a domain that's been spammed by some idiot who used it just to throw a bunch of links to something temporarily and then throw it away. So we can look at the backlinks in here. You can click on these and go look through at them. This one's been deleted. This is a no follow, which is fine. No follows are a good mix to have no follows and follow links. Let's see here. Let's have a look at it. I'll open a new tab, and one of the things that Greg talks about is when you're looking at these, you want to look at the page, view page source. I use Control F for find, and then V is the name of the domain, and there it is right there. So there is a line, then there's a proof. There's the domain in the plural form. Okay, so that's definitely on that page. So that's good. That's proof. You can go through more of these if you want and do that. Let me go to Open Site Explorer and just do a little more show you on that. Anchor text in here shows us the same thing, the singular and the plural. That's the branding of the website. Here's more branding. And then there's some raw URLs, which is interesting. So there's nothing in here that looks bad. It doesn't look like it's been spammed. And then what I want to look at too is inbound links. You can click on this for domain authority and sort by high domain authority. And so we've got 1, 2 at 91, we got a couple at 77 and 76, and it goes down. There's 4 pages of this. Domain authorities, not bad, down to 27 at the bottom of this page. I think it goes to page 4, I believe. So if I go to page 3, we're down to domain authorities of the backlinks, or domain authority of, say, 16 is the bottom here. So, I mean, we're getting down to some fairly low ones that don't have a whole lot of power on them. But they're still not bad. And none of these, if you look through the titles of these domains, none of them look like bad domains. So that's interesting. Another thing, too, is about there's no redirect here. If there was a redirect on this domain to something else, which a spammer would probably do, or maybe somebody else would do it for other reasons. But anyways, if that had been a redirect, there'd be some information right around here somewhere saying you're looking at a different domain. Click here to look at this domain. So anyway, there's no redirect on this. So that's another thing. Another thing that you want to look at, we looked at that. By the way, when you're looking at Wayback Machine, look at least 2 or 3 or 4 different selections here to make sure that it's all the same. Let's go back here and have a look. I'll click on this one. Same thing. So it's a very innocuous, bland looking site. It's an interesting site for somebody who likes dogs, you know. So it looks like there's nothing crazy going on with that. Another thing you want to look at is you put site : and then a domain name here. Click on search. And what happens is this needs to be the number 1 so that you know it wasn't de-indexed. So we know that it's still in the index, even though it's been taken. It's not being used. It's for sale. All that sort of stuff. Page rank checker. This is another one. It's rankchecker.com. You can use this if you want. Not that important, but it tells you that this is a valid page. This one happens to have a page rank of 1, and it's valid. So that's a good thing. And let's see, I think that's about it. So I'm going to stop that right now for this section of the recording. I'll go into a little more depth in once I buy the domain. I'm going to go ahead and buy it, and then I'll show you how I set it up in my my hosting account. Okay, we're back in my GoDaddy account, and did a little research investigation before I came here. I realized that I'm saving $17.74 on this, total savings here, $17.74. So my cost, $17.75, is because I'm a member in the Domain Discount Club. I'm not going to go there, but anyways, they have in GoDaddy they have something called the Domain Discount Club. It's $89 a year, and I believe my domains now are over the 50 mark or something like that, and or 60, something like that. So it makes sense for me to when I'm renewing these domains to have that discount club membership. And now that I'm buying a domain, I'm saving 50% on this actually. A little more than 50% it looks like. So that's a decent thing. So anyway, let's click through and see what happens here. Just saying that, you know, in case you plan on buying more domains, it's worthwhile having it. I think if you do the math, you'll find you probably be at the break-even mark probably in about 20 domains or something like that, maybe 30 domains. Okay, they're not giving me a choice to. Okay, it's already been submitted. They didn't give me a choice to go with private domain registration. I think you can buy that later, but I'm going to show you how to set up a fake domain account, a fake name on this account after we purchase it. So. Okay, we're inside my GoDaddy account when my domains panel. And I'm going to click on one of these here. Just click on the link here. It takes you to inside the domain itself, and there's settings, DNS, zone, and contacts. And you notice that I set my name servers to be custom name servers, so the name of the domain is NS1, 2, and 3. You just click on manage to change that, and also here your DNS, the host names, you click on that to manage that, and give the custom host names, IP addresses, I mean. Now I get those IP addresses from host 9. I use host 9 as I have a WHM control panel in here, and for something like $30 a month you can get 100 domains in here with separate control panels. So I like this one, and I'm going to walk you through that in a minute. I'm also going to show you something about Leaf DNS to show you these IP addresses are the IP addresses I changed over here in host names, okay, and they're given to you when you sign up with your hosting provider. What else do I want to show you here? Here's something that's a little bit concerning, is that this is speedydns.net is the what's it called, a parent name server, and that shows up in all of my domains. So that is a bit of a footprint, which to solve that, I am actually taking all my domains off onto separate hosting accounts. I'll host a few here and a few there, and I'm going to have to be really careful about how I do that. But in the meantime, I think this isn't a bad hosting setup. Host9.com is the package I'm using, and I'll show you what I've done with that to vary things as much as I possibly could. So with Leaf DNS, it's showing you that the name of the domain here is the custom NS1, 2, and 3. What else is in here I wanted to show you? The SOA records are showing as root at localhost, local domain. And that's, I talked to the guys that do the hosting, and they said as far as that being that's a consistent email address in the master name server. I think it's connected to the what's called SOA records. And it's not I don't think it's a footprint, because everybody that's hosted there has that same thing. So there's going to be tens of thousands of domains with that same thing on it. So anyway, but you can change the SOA records and the root or the parent name servers by getting onto different ma and pa hosting operations all over North America. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to end up hosting 3 to 5, maybe a few more on each little hosting account. And then I'll make sure that the ones that I put on the hosting accounts are not pointing links at the same money sites, if that makes sense. Okay. So back to host 9 reseller account. What I'm showing you here, I'm inside my account. I've clicked on packages and features and list packages. And what you can do, what a lot of people do, is they just have one package, and that kind of limits the number of IP addresses you can get. So what I've done here is I've got 10 different packages, and they range from 14,007 on the quota all the way up to 20,000. And then to create a new package, I'm going to make a new package right now. And all you can see is I got 17 accounts here, 7 there, 4 there. You know, it shows you I've got, let's see, package 4. I could probably have a few more on that. But I'm going to create another package, and I'm going to make this one. Let's see. Whoops, hang on a second. List packages. Package 1 up to 10. Okay, create a package. I'm going to call this one package 11. Maximum disk space, I'm going to go 22,500, and width, I'll go 10,000 on bandwidth. Feature list, I'm not sure what that one is actually. I'll put an extra 0 in there. Feature list, doesn't say, okay. Skeleton directory, I'll go no skeleton. Software install, I'm going to go with no software. Add-on domains, we'll leave that alone. Now the reason that I've changed the maximum disk space to 22,500 because it's different than the other ones. So I'll create the package. Oh, no space is allowed here. Okay, I had a space there. Okay, create the package. There we go. Package 11 has been successfully created. And now when I go in to create a domain, I'm going to add more packages to it actually. Next time I do one, I'll use package 11. So into my account, list accounts, account hosting management. I want to create a new account. Here's where you go. When you buy a new domain, you drop it in here, and where is it here? Create a new account. Okay, you drop your information in here, and then here I've got all these different locations I can set it into, and then I use package 11 now. See, and it's got, each package has a different amount of disk space available on it, which creates a variable on the IP address, which is actually pretty cool. So it's not going to install a WordPress blog because I didn't choose to have an install when I created the package, but that's fine. It doesn't really matter. You can just do it later. Just put your information here for username, password, and an email. Now here's something interesting. I'm going to set up a fake name on this, and so what I would do first is when I'm in my GoDaddy account, this is GoDaddy here, click on contacts, and you can see here where I've got, you can click on edit contacts, and it would be your name when you first buy the domain in here. So you can set a fake name in here and fake address and all that, and what you want to do is you want to find something that's pretty consistent. So just go to a place called Fake Name Generator. By the way, a little caveat here, nobody that I'm aware of in OMG is recommending this. So this is just something I've been using before. And seeing as I haven't been de-indexed on any of my sites, maybe it works. Anyways, all you do is you just generate, pick whatever you want here, male, female. I use America, United States. Click on generate. And here you got a name and an address in a specific place, and the address and name actually do exist, or are close to something that exists. And you got a phone number, you got stuff like that, right? And you can take that information and stick that in here. I have a made-up name for a company name, zip. That kind of stuff's kind of important, I think, to make it consistent, or make it so it all matches, right? It's all in the right area. And then you just click on OK. Now I've got an email address here that now once you do this, once you change the contact information, you are going to have to confirm that information. So I'm going to cancel because I don't need to do that. It's already been done. And I'm going to get out of Fake Name Generator because I've shown you that. Now I'm going to close this. Let's see here. So when you're creating an account here in host 9, you create your account. Okay, I'll go to one of my accounts here, and I'll show you when you log in to the cPanel. Go to your email accounts, create that email account, all right? Then go to your forwarders and forward that. Here's that email account forwarded to one of my Gmail accounts, all right? And then once you've got that done, then you can go back into GoDaddy and edit your contacts and change it to the fake name. And then what's going to happen is it's going to send an email to that email address you created in your control panel, this one here, this email address on your new domain. It's going to be forwarded to an account you use all the time, and then you can go and confirm that is the name, the contact information on that domain. And now you got a fake name on this domain here. So if we go back to my domains, I've got some that are fake names, and I got some that are private, right? So privacy, or you can see here I got some that are, some that aren't, and that's a good mix, I think. So I'm going to get out of here now. I kind of like host 9. I think for cost-wise, they're okay. And also they've got locations. I think it's 5 or 6 locations here. And you can sort them by location. So here's all my west locations. I can count that. Then you can go to the next page, and I can count all my east, and then count my central locations. There's also Berkshire, it's in England, and in Amsterdam, and they've also got some in Singapore, I believe. And so that's quite a wide variety of, Singapore. And so I'm going to start using, it wasn't available till just recently, so I'll start using that. But here, look in Singapore, that's a different IP address, right? Amsterdam, again, these are different. And one of the reasons that, here, these two are the same. For some reason I got those the same. I don't know why. That's not working for me. But, okay, let me go back a page. I'll show you some of them that are working better. Say for Berkshire, we got this ends at 194, 200, 160, 194, 146, 196. So I do have a pretty good variety. But the reason I'm changing my packages, I'm going to create more packages with bigger accounts. And on the next one I'll do 25,000 or 28,000 on the package maximum disk space. And I believe that does give me more variety in my IPs. That's what I learned, that just by luck through a forum someplace. Anyway, that is kind of interesting. So I'll leave that. I'm going to leave that alone for now. There's one more thing I was going to show you, and I'll make another video for that. Okay, this is what I wanted to show you in Register Compass. This is a much superior domain finding tool than the other one, PR PowerShot. I've got a bunch of different domain search parameters set up here, and what I like to do is I'm not going to go through all of the different settings in here. There's other tutorials for that, but I'm just going to show you quickly on expired domains right here. There's 1,708 on this particular parameter, so I'm just going to go in there quickly. Now, I'm going to sort by a couple different things. Date. Okay, Google, not important. Google PR is not important at all. SEO Moz links is important to me, so we'll go from top down. And the reason I like to go with that is because a lot of links don't show up in the SEMoz tool. Let me go over and find it. Hang on a second. There we are. I'll get back to that. Okay, domain authority. I've got that set for, I think it's 24 and higher. I can. I've tried sorting by that before, and it's not the greatest. But what I do want to do is, let's see here, date. Okay, let's say the last 7 days. Pick that. And I had 1,663 before. Now there's 187 left, only in the last 7 days. So I'm not interested in looking at stuff that I've already looked at before. But I haven't been in here for at least a week, so that's one of the reasons I'm doing that. These are expired, so it means I can buy them. More than likely, they're available in GoDaddy. Now again, I've got the Majestic links. Oh, I got to sort that again. Go into Pro. Let's see here. Research Tools, Open Site Explorer is where I want to be. Okay, so I got links that I can look at in the. Oh, pardon that. That's Majestic. Oh crap. I wanted SEMoz. So I'll be able to look at, when I grab a domain and drop it in here, there'll be links to look at. Sometimes there is no links in Open Site Explorer, whereas they are available in Hrefs and Majestic. So that's a bit of a disadvantage for SEMoz, but whatever. They're all just different tools. So let's just have a quick peek here. What I like to do is open up different accounts, different domains like Whois. I'll find whois.com here. Where'd that go? Where is it here? There we are. Because that's a good one. I like to use that one. And that gives us, sometimes the dates in here are fake or they're not detectable. This is 2001. So let's find something that's interesting here. Okay, SEMoz links. Createhere.org. That looks interesting. It's got a fake PR, which I don't really care about. It says 2007 here. Okay, let's look at the archive. It's 111 in the archive. Where are we here? Where'd it go? Createhere.org. Let's set up a few different parameters. First of all, let's see how old it is. See if it's even worthwhile looking at. Creation date 2014. Well, that sucks. Maybe in the, you know what? Maybe in the deleted domains, that's not going to be something that's going to work for us. So that's something I'm not really sure of. Because it's deleted, maybe it gets reset to 2014. That could be. Look at that. See, createhere.org, site, colon, and then domain name. It's actually showing up here as the #1 thing. So that's a good thing. It's not de-indexed yet. Let's look back at the Wayback Machine. I usually don't look at 2014 because it's pretty sparse. Let's look at 2013. Have a peek at that. See what that looks like. See if it redirects anywhere. This is a place you can see the redirects, by the way. Create here. Oh, what's in there? It looks interesting. Blog, about, projects, calendar, contact. Something that Jimmy had mentioned was view. Where is it here? Hang on a second. View page source, and see there's no BS links in there. That looks okay. All right, so it's quite possible. He was talking about this area up here where there could be a bunch of redirect links and doesn't seem to be there. This looks interesting. Let's go back and look at another date, 2012. Let's click on this one. Sometimes you have to go back here, back into the register compass and reload Wayback Machine. I'll go back to 2012 again. Let's try this one here. Oh, there we are. Okay, that's the same thing. All right, let's try it. There's a big gap here, so the site was probably dead back there. What happened in 2008? What's going on here? It's a different site. So somebody used it for a different purpose back then, but it still looks like, is there anything spammy on that? Page source. I don't see anything weird here. Those all createhere.org links. No, it looks okay, I think. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think it's a problem. A fake PR of 4? Interesting, but okay. Domain authority 46. Let's go have a look here. Createhere.org. Domain authority 46. There we go. Page authority 54. Inbound links. Let's have a look at that. Interesting. They don't look bad. Domain authority. Let's sort that. 99. That's money.cnn. Is there actually a link from there? Interesting. Let's find out. Look at the page source. Control F, Control V, and there it is. There's our link. And it's got a branding anchor text on it. Interesting. Okay, I like that. Going down the page, look at there's lots of, look at this. There's lots of high domain authorities. Let's see at the bottom of the first page down to 70. We got up to 6 results here. Let's see what number 6 says. Where's our bottom end? What does that look like? Yeah, these are low ones, but there's, who knows how many domains was that? That was 91 root domains. Domain authority, I like that, 46. Okay, let's go with anchor text. Let's have a look at that. Oh, look at branding, 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 branding. Wow, that's pretty awesome. I kind of like that. Okay, top pages. Top pages. Inbound links 4, 7, 7, 12, 10, 3. Okay, so we might want to just grab these particular pages here and redirect these specific pages because they got backlinks to them. Inbound links, link and root domains, page authority. Yeah, these ones, this might be interesting. You might be able to just do the entire domain redirect, possibly. Oh, there's lots of, okay, let's have a look. 11 pages here. I'm not sure if that's accurate, but inbound links 1, 2, yeah, you probably want to get, I mean the whole site, I don't see any zeros on here. Isn't that interesting? Oh, there's more pages on the site. Wow, this site has a lot of pages on it. Okay, yeah, we don't want to redirect all these. They're probably useless. But we might want to redirect, say, let's go with pages. No, let's go back to just discovered. What's in there? Nothing. Okay, inbound links. Yeah, page authorities. Well, I already sorted that. It's got some decent stuff. This looks pretty decent. You know what? I'm going to buy this domain. This is createhere.org. because it was the deleted domain. Oh, somebody got it. Ah, rats. Okay. Well, anyway, that's how you search for... Somebody else got it before me. That's how you search for it. Register Compass is a much more robust tool. You get a lot more choices. Let's see, another one that might be interesting. Ruth Coldker, looks like somebody's name. That's too bad. I would have liked to get this one. 18,000 backlinks. Okay. What do we got here? 162,000 backlinks. What's that? 2007. So you look at these different things here. Archive, there's only 5 in the archive, so that may be fake. This one here could be interesting, but it's got a funny name. Ruth Colker, that could be interesting. Let's go look at that. Archive. What's in 2014? Ah, looks interesting. 2013. That's a little different. So she made some changes to her site. That definitely looks like somebody's personal stuff. Yeah, does look like that. 2011. Interesting. Okay, that's cool. Open Site Explorer. Let's paste that in there. Ruth Colker. I'm going to check the domain age. Oh, okay. Well, maybe that tells me I can buy it then. We got a domain authority of 34, front page of 38. What do the URLs look like? Looks interesting. I don't see much spam going on here. Cool. Domain authority. '51's the top domain. Oh, are they all? Looks like they're coming from the same place. Okay. Root domains 3. Let's see, anchor text. Let's have a look at that. Links containing this anchor. That's quite a bit. Oh, she's way over optimized in her name. Pretty bland. I don't think there's any SEO stuff, just SEO mistakes, it kind of looks like. Linking roots, there's only 3 linking. Okay. Yeah, 3 root domains are coming from established links, 3 roots. That's why it's kind of crappy. Probably not worth a lot. Root domain authority of 34. If these links hold, I suppose it'll be okay. Just out of curiosity. Okay, let's try this here. Let's make sure that it's still. What's that? It's just okay. That's funny. Let's see what we got here. Ruth Colker and volume. Oh, they did. Yeah, look at somebody's been doing some spamming on that. Okay, that kills it for me because if there's only 3 root domains that's linking to it, it's not good enough. I'd like to see more than that. So anyway, you're getting a good idea now of how to go looking for domains. So you need to use, like Moz it's a $97 a month tool. You need to use something like this or this one or Ahrefs. Let me show you Ahrefs. You're probably familiar with it, just in case you don't know what it is. This is what it looks like, and if I drop, I got a free account here, so I can only drop 1 domain and it shows me some results, but only a portion. This one's about the same price. It's $97 a month, but you need to have one of these tools if you want to do some proper analytics on looking at buying domains. You don't want to buy crap domains. That's really not worth it. But I hope that I was able to help you find cheap domains. Expired domains are only 10 or 12 bucks, and there's no domain renewal fee on them because if they've already expired, you just pay the same fee you would for a brand new domain. So I think these are worthwhile looking into if you're on a serious budget. Okay, I went ahead and found a domain that I'm comfortable buying. It's in the deleted domains. Actually, it says here expired domains. I could call it deleted, I suppose, because it's been taken out of the auctions completely. It's gone past the point of no return. Now it's back in the main pool of sites, and available for purchase at the same price as a brand new domain. So here we are looking at that, all those parameters. This one's called Elaine's Place. Let's have a look at the name. elainesplace.net. It's 7 years old according to this. There was the archives. There was 47 results in the archives. We'll go have a look, and I looked at a bunch of them. They all looked very similar to this. And I looked through some of the different pages in here, and they all looked quite good. And also, if you check on page source, you'll see that the links in it doesn't look like there's any spammy, hidden, cloaked links or anything like that. Yep, looks fine. So anyway, let's get rid of that. Then in here, I checked the who is, and that one is available. I got tricked on that one before, and so that was available. I also checked site : domain name, and it's right here. So we went through that, and then I went through Moz Open Site Explorer, and inbound links. There's 305 according to this, and 15 root domains. Now I went through and had a look, and if I go to anchor text, let's go there. It's all branding: Elaine, Elaine's Place, friends, good friend. So pretty bland stuff. There's nothing here. That's in a different language. I'm not sure what that is. Okay, so that all looks pretty decent. Inbound links. If we go to that, domain authority. Let me sort by that. 46 is the highest, but there's quite a few inbound links. If we go to the bottom, there's a few. Well, there's not that much here, but here's what I went. Here's what I like to do when I find something interesting in here. Like I'm paying for Moz, so I can go through here and spend a lot of time in here if I want, and put as many domains as I want through here. This one's a free account for me with Majestic SEO. So what I do is I like to be very picky with the ones I put in here, because they only allow you to use probably 4 or 5 domains a day, and then you get shut down. You can't do it for another 24 hours. But what I found in here, there was 18,000 links, 34 domains, so that's all interesting. Trust Flow 7, citations Flow 17. There's a few little purple dots in there, which means something, I guess. So here's the anchor text here. Also Elaine, Elaine's Place, elainesplace.net, and so on and so forth. There was one here that was in some Arabic language, but it's very little. It's 0.83%, so I'm not worried about that. Another one here that had a little bit Elaine and then something behind it, 0.83%. I don't think that's a factor. Also, when I went to look at the backlinks, this one's about nursing, so I had a look at some of these, and the links exist, so that was interesting. And referring domains, this one here has 15,000 backlinks from it. When I looked at it, it's called shoesforanimaginarylife.com. There was a link on the home page, so that's decent. And yeah, the links go down pretty quickly. The number of links per domain go down pretty quickly, but these are all okay sites. There's nothing wrong with these sites. So I went ahead and bought it, and here it is here. It went into my my domains immediately. So I'm clicking on it, going into the back part here, and now I'm going to. I'm also in my WHM control panel here in host 9. I'll get back to that in a moment. But what I'll do first is I'm going to add host names. So if you've never done this before, and this is fairly new to you, let's see. Let's add a host name. So you type in NS1 up here, then host the IP address down here, and click add. These ones are the ones that are given to you from your hosting provider. In my case, it's host 9. NS2. And NS3 with the appropriate IP address. Add those, double check them, just make sure they're correct. Yep, they look correct. Save that. Okay. Now what I'd like to do here is, for some reason this seems to go quicker if I use the speedydns.net, which is the host provider's NS or DNS settings. Let's see here. We go to name servers is where we go in here. And I don't want to use the GoDaddy name servers because I'm using a custom. So I'm going to enter my custom name servers here. And you want to put in 3 of them, so we'll edit this one to NS2 and this one to NS3. Just double check that that's correct. Yep, and save that. And give that some time. Give that some time to propagate. While I'm waiting for that, I'll go into here and I'll show you. If I just set up package 11, you see there's no accounts in it yet, so I'm going to use package 11. It's got 22,500 for quota on here. I believe that's disk space. So let's see here. We'll go into my account. We'll create a new account. Okay, we're into the cPanel. The account's been created. I have yet to go back and create a WordPress template for it, but here we are in email accounts. So I'm going to create an email account. And okay, now we have contact@elainsplace.net. I'm going to go back to the home, go to forwarders, add a forwarder. Now it says here contact@elainsplace.net is going to my most common email account. All right, so that's all set up. Now I can get out of here. Now if I go list my accounts, I'm going to look at find Elaine's Place. Elaine's Place. Okay, this one I put on Singapore. The IP address ends in a 56. Let me go check and just let me see. I want to see what I'm curious now. Singapore. Look at this. Okay, Elaine's Place right there. Now we got 3 in Singapore, ending in 53, 56, and 1. Isn't that interesting? Yeah. So it is different. Not a lot, but it's different. Okay, so that's good. So that worked. And let's see. Okay, we'll get out of here now. I can log out of there. Now I want to go into my domain here. Let's refresh it. I'm into, not in my domain, I'm into my GoDaddy account. We have the name server set up for host 9. I've got the 3 host names created. That's correct. Okay. Now I'm going to go into my contacts. And here's my name in here. So I'm going to edit my contacts. Now, I'll just leave that blank. This is a personal. This is a personal type. Lainsplace.net is a personal thing. It was about nursing. Okay, so let's see. We'll give her the same last name as this person here. Okay, I'm gonna cheat a little bit and say yes, yes. Address. Let's put the address in there. And this city is Lafayette, Louisiana. Louisiana. And the postal code, pardon me, the zip code. I'm Canadian, so I'm used to postal. Okay, that looks like it's correct. No spaces. Oops. Oops. No spaces. Okay, we need a phone number. So the prefix 337 is I'm sure it's that from that area, and that's why we want this. So everything connects. There we go. Email. Now, the email, this is important. The email I set up is contact@elainsplace.net. Now, once I press OK here, it's going to send me a confirmation email to contact@elainsplace.net, which is forwarded to my common email account that I use all the time. And so in the future, when people, let's say somebody sends me something to that, if they send me something to this email address, it still comes into an account and I see it and I can respond to it if I want. So clicking OK. You must verify your email address. Here we are. This is what I wanted to show you. You must verify your email address there. All right, so let's see. I'm just going to resend it. Here we are. Action required, verify your email address. Here we are, click on that. And that's it. Your email address is verified. Now we can go in here. Hang on a second. We can go into GoDaddy. This orange bar should disappear. Yes, it has. Contacts, Elaine Enlow. Done. Okay, so this email here will go to my inbox that I use all the time. Okay, and that's pretty much it. I'm gonna do one more thing here. Okay, the domain has resolved, and I've installed WordPress, and I just want to go inside and show you something. In the users, the email, it's in here, contact@elainsplace.net. I always like to put something. Elaine, what was her name? Enlow. And I always do this. So we have a name that shows up here. All right, and we'll just save that. And now we're starting the customization of the site. I always customize every one of my PBNs with a variety of templates, and the names are always different. The emails are always different. So that's one thing. And then let's go back in here and do the final thing to mask it as much as we possibly can on this end. So elainsplace.net, go to settings, and here on the name servers you want to go to manage, edit, and these are now custom name servers. They're not masked completely. Like I showed you in Leaf DNS, it's not completely masked. Ideally, you'd want to put your domains off on little hosting accounts here and there and everywhere. Maybe 2, 3, 4, 5 domains per account. I'm not really sure how you want to set it up, but add-on domains, that if you do an add-on domain, you're going to have the same IP address on every add-on domain. So that's up to you. Maybe 3 is probably max. I don't know. But anyways, it's a small price to pay for masking your private blog network. Let's just refresh that and see if that comes up. It should. Yeah, it's resolving now. So name servers. Oh, here it is, right here. That'll show up in a moment. And then we have this domain is masked as far as I can at the moment using host 9 for a hosting company. This recording is in addition to the other 4 that I have in that I set up in OMG for masking DNS and IPs and all that sort of stuff to try and hide as much as we possibly can from Google and not leave a footprint. So I'm going to take it a little further, and I'm going to show you how to how to get your domains hosted through the cloud on a service called Cloudflare for free. And I'm also going to show you a couple of examples of things. I'm probably going to repeat some stuff, but some stuff is definitely worth repeating to help lock down the concepts. So I'm going to look at a website called leafdns.com, and I have one result in here for one of my sites is creekwoodranch.org, and you'll see here that NS1, 2, and 3 are the custom NS settings. These settings here are the same across every domain in the hosting account that I have on host 9. Okay, so the big footprint is these 3 right here, and also speedydns.net shows up everywhere on this. Obviously, if you can see it on this simple website, obviously Google knows. So that's definitely a a footprint. Down here, this is, I don't think it's a footprint, it's something to do with the SOA domain records. So it's not such a big deal, but this is. And so I'm going to cover this up a little further. Now, the ultimate thing is to put, instead of doing what I'm doing here, the ultimate thing is to put your domains on some small little hosting services someplace where you can get them real cheap. And you can find them for even $2 or $3, maybe as much as $5 for hosting. And you can put a couple of add-ons in there. But if you do that, the add-on domains have to point to something other than, they all have to point to somewhere different. Don't point any of the ones in the same hosting system to any of the same clients, okay? Anyway, so in here, I'm going to show you, this is hosted with custom stuff, all on host 9. And if I move ahead a frame, this one here is hosted on Cloudflare. And if you have a look here, the IP addresses they start 173.245.58.147, and this one ends in 226. This one's a bit different, 245.59, 226. And I'll show you. I'm going to show you one more that I tested on Leaf DNS, and you'll see that even though 245.58 is the same, 162 and 177 are different. Let me back it up and show you. 147.226, and here 162, 177. So those are definitely different. And over here on the left, we got the custom name servers are different as well. And then down here in the SOA record, we got dns@cloudflare.com, which I'm sure there's tens of thousands of people that have that same thing in their SOA tests, and very few of the people that are on Cloudflare, as far as I know, very few of them are doing anything, are using this service for SEO purposes. So we can hide amongst the crowd as an SEO person and using Cloudflare. So I'm going to set one up here. I'm going to pause and start and stop. And do stuff in here so I can mask some of my information. Okay. Okay, I've filled in all the forms here, all the fields in this form. I'm going to create the account now. And they ask you to enter the website. We have to wait 35 seconds or so for this to go through a testing phase, and it'll find a bunch of stuff in there. So I'm going to stop and come back in a moment. Okay, the scan has finished, so we continue. Now there's going to be a bunch of settings in here that I've found on my site. Just delete those. And you want to leave this one here. It's got the MX record here. You want to keep that. And then what we'll do is we will paste the name of the domain in here. We're going to add 2 more fields in here. Just a moment. Okay, the 2 fields we added were the domain name without the HTTP or anything, and then the IP address, and then www, no dot, just www, and the IP address, and click add. Then once you got those 3, you've got the MX and the 2A records, click on continue, and you can choose the free method, the free account, and now you have some DNS settings. Okay, so I'm going to pause it again and go into another area. Okay, here I am inside of the domain. I just wanted to show you one thing here on the redirections. That was one of the topics that was talked about. The redirections, I found one link from the old domain that had some backlinks to it. And the funny thing is, that was a couple days ago, and I've already got 4 hits on it. So there's traffic there, which is a nice bonus. Anyway, I'm going to go into the plugins. I'm going to add the Cloudflare plugin. Okay, here's Cloudflare. Let's just go there. It's under plugins. And now we're going to add some stuff in here later. I'll just leave that for now. One thing I also want to mention is in one of the other videos that I did, I'd mentioned that the address to forwarder went to a Gmail account. I've changed my mind on that. I've changed all my forwarding addresses to a domain account that I have, so it bypasses. I decided I don't want it to go through Gmail. I'm trying to hide my tracks as much as I possibly can, so I would suggest forwarding it to one of your domain email accounts. All right, so let me get out of there. We don't need to be there. So I'm in my GoDaddy account, And here's the name servers because they were set up as custom servers previously. And I've got, you'll notice down here, I've got, hang on a second, I've got 3 host names in here that I'm going to change. So the first thing, what I found is you have to do it in sequence. First of all, you got to go into name servers, go to standard, and save that, and it puts it back to the name servers for GoDaddy. And that'll just take a moment, and it'll resolve pretty quickly. Okay, that's just take a few seconds. Here's the NS 25 and 26 domain control is the GoDaddy name servers. Okay, now you can go into host names, and you can delete these. And you need to do this if you're going to go on Cloudflare. So we'll delete those. And that'll just take a moment too, and I'll pause the video while it's doing that. Okay, while we're waiting for the other things to resolve over GoDaddy, in the Cloudflare plugin, you're going to get, once you go to it, under plugins is Cloudflare, and you go there, put in the domain name, no HTTP, just the domain name. I'll get the key in a moment, and you put the email that you use to set up the account there, and I've clicked it for off. I checked this and on, it's not necessary for what we're doing. Now, once you got these details in here, we're logged into our Cloudflare account, all right, and I'm going to get these name servers in a moment for GoDaddy, but in the meantime, we can get the API key because the account's open. So here it is right here. Just hit the back button. We're back in the domain in the control panel. Paste that in there, and now you've got all these bits of information here, and just update. And it says it's all working. That's fine. So now it's working. Okay. So now I can go into here and grab the name servers in here, and let's just refresh this. Yes, that's done. Okay, so now we go back into name servers. Once the host names have been taken out, now I can go back into name servers, go back to custom, and just drop them in here. And I had to add a name server to get this to work here. It was grayed out, but anyways, now we click OK. And it looks fine. Click on save. Let that resolve. It just takes a few moments. Just going to double check anything to make sure there's nothing wrong here. That's fine. We've already looked at that. Okay, so I can log out of here. And what I've been doing is I've been saving. I'll log back in right away, and I'll save my information in Cloudflare. I've got. I use RoboForm. Yeah, it's a username password saver. And I put all my Cloudflare stuff under this folder. So hope that's helpful. Anyways, I'm sure this will be fine. It'll be a few minutes and everything will resolve, and then this domain should be working under the DNS settings of Cloudflare.